Toastmaster Area 32 Director and ATM Patten. Ty has made many, many blunders and mistakes in his life, and when he wasn't making blunders and mistakes, he was being just plain wrong. Ty's desire this morning is to share valuable information that just may prevent you from making as many blunders as he has made and being wrong as often as he has been wrong. By the way, did I mention that ATM Ty Patten has made lots of blunders and been wrong a lot? I mean, a whole lot. With this speech titled, Calm Down, help me welcome the Blunder King himself, ATM Ty Patten.
All right.
By a show of hands, how many of us in this room have never, ever been wrong, made a blunder, or made mistakes?
Only men raise their
For
hands.
those of you deity that are in the room, you don't have to listen. But for the rest of us humans who have made lots of blunders, this just may be helpful to you. So I encourage you to take advantage of my 74 years of experience. Fellow Toastmasters, guests, and members of the head table, what causes us to make such blunders? There's a lot of reasons, but some of those would be, well, let's say ego. Now, I know none of us suffer from ego, especially those that raise their hands. Yeah, sometimes we get into a set mind that is like, oh, I can't dare let them know that this is the real me. Perhaps it's fear. Yes, fear can cause us to strike out to others. Because again, we want to put up this facade that, oh, we've got it all together. Oh, yes. And so when someone says something and we're caught off guard, wow, we strike back. We lash out because we're trying to protect this facade that we've built up. So I encourage all of us to just calm down. You know, there's a quote from, let me see, where did I have that? Okay, here. Mike Tyson. I'm not talking about the Chicken King. I'm talking about Mike Tyson, the boxing king, the world champion. And recently I heard a quote that he made, and I had to write it down. It says, sometimes I get it into my head that I am somebody, and then I get offended. But when I realize I'm nobody, I don't get offended. How many of us in this room, when we think that we're somebody, when we think that we deserve better, how dare you say that to me? You know what? Like Mike Tyson, the world champion numerous times. The one that bit off the ears, well, we can do it. He is humble enough. Believe it or not, Mike Tyson is humble. And he's humble enough to say, when I realize I'm nobody, I don't get offended. And what happens when we don't get offended? The things, the opinions of other people, they don't matter, do they? Because we are focused on who we are and what we're doing. And we don't let others pull us off of our track. There's one thing that has helped me tremendously, and that is to understand that what you think of me, it's something that I seek, acceptance. But when it comes right down to it, I'm not willing to give up my values and what what is important to me, that I've come to that realization over my 74 years. And so therefore, yeah, I would like for you to like me. In fact, I would love for you to love me. But what's more important is that I love myself for values. So I encourage all of us, and we've heard it from so many people this morning. I thought maybe the table topic master was actually working with me on this particular speech because of the topics that she gave you and the responses that you gave. They were all unselfish. They were giving. They were talking about when we help other people. There was a football coach in Ohio, Woody Hayes. He said, if you help enough people get what they want, you'll get what you want. If you want to relieve some stress in your life, I do encourage you. Go ahead and try it. Try it for 30 days, 60 days, 6 months. I'm not saying you have to change your life. You don't have to make that decision today that you're going to, oh yeah, I'm going to do what Ty says because I think it might help me. You see, one of the other things I've learned in life is that we oftentimes do what we think, but we more often do what we believe. If you see someone's behavior, you can tell what they believe. So if you believe that just maybe being humble, being forgiving toward others, because after all, we've all been forgiven many, many times by others. I know the 42 years I've been in here, I've had a slew of individuals who have forgiven me for so many of my faux pas. So if you believe that just maybe there's something to what I'm saying, try it for 30, 60, 90 days, 6 months. And if it's not working out for you, you can go back to being your old, cranky, cantankerous self. How does that sound to you? Fellow Toastmasters, we have it within us to be a better person. But before we can do that, we've got to make up our mind that we want to do something to help others. Mr. Toastmaster.